Disclaimer: the information in this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before starting or stopping any peptide, supplement, or medical treatment. Let's dive into the world of Sermorelin peptides. Sermorelin is a synthetic peptide that acts as a growth hormone-releasing hormone analog. This means it stimulates the pituitary gland to produce and release more of your body's own growth hormone. Instead of replacing growth hormone directly, like synthetic HGH therapy does, Sermorelin encourages your system to naturally increase output. This difference is important because it helps preserve the body's normal regulatory feedback loops and reduces the risk of excess hormone levels. Sermorelin was first developed decades ago and was once used in diagnostic testing for growth hormone deficiencies in children. Over time, it has gained attention in adults for its potential role in anti-aging, recovery, body composition, and general wellness. By boosting natural growth hormone secretion, Sermorelin can help improve sleep quality, energy, muscle growth, fat metabolism, and possibly even cognitive function. Many people who explore peptides choose Sermorelin as a safer, more controlled option compared to direct growth hormone use. Let's talk about how it works. The pituitary gland is like a master control center for hormone signaling in your body. Sermorelin binds to receptors on pituitary cells, telling them to release growth hormone impulses. Those pulses then trigger the liver to produce IGF-1, a growth factor responsible for many of the regenerative and anabolic effects associated with growth hormone. The beauty of Sermorelin is that it only works if your pituitary is still functional, meaning it supports your body's own rhythm rather than overriding it. That's why it's often considered gentler and more physiologically balanced than HGH injections. In terms of benefits, Sermorelin users often report deeper sleep, quicker recovery after exercise, enhanced lean muscle gain, and reduced body fat. Sleep improvements are especially important because most growth hormone is released during deep stages of sleep. Some individuals notice that Sermorelin helps them feel more rested, more alert during the day, and more capable of handling stress. Others appreciate the subtle changes in body composition over time, like losing stubborn abdominal fat and maintaining muscle as they age. These shifts aren't overnight miracles, but with consistent use, results can build gradually. Another area of interest is skin and joint health. Because IGF-1 and growth hormone are tied to tissue repair, Sermorelin may support collagen production, wound healing, and elasticity of the skin. Some people also experience improvements in joint comfort or recovery from nagging injuries. The peptide is not a quick cosmetic fix, but instead acts systemically to encourage the body to heal and renew itself more efficiently. This makes Sermorelin appealing to those focused on longevity and resilience, not just short-term performance. Now, let's touch on dosing. Sermorelin is typically reconstituted with bacteriostatic water and injected subcutaneously with an insulin syringe. In clinical or wellness settings, it's often prescribed at doses ranging from 200 to 500 micrograms per injection, usually taken once daily before bed. Nighttime use aligns with the body's natural growth hormone cycles and may enhance sleep. Some protocols call for 5 days per week with weekends off, while others involve daily dosing. The exact regimen can vary depending on goals, age, and provider recommendations. It's important to remember that Sermorelin is still a prescription peptide in many countries, so dosing guidance should come from a licensed medical provider. What about side effects? Sermorelin is generally well tolerated, but mild reactions can occur. Some users experience slight irritation at the injection site, like redness or swelling. Others may notice temporary flushing, dizziness, or headache, though these tend to be uncommon. Because Sermorelin stimulates natural growth hormone production, it is less likely to cause the swelling of hands, feet, or carpal tunnel symptoms often associated with high-dose HGH therapy. Still, it should be monitored carefully, especially in individuals with medical conditions or those at risk of abnormal hormone responses. One of the reasons Sermorelin stands out in peptide therapy is its safety profile. Unlike direct growth hormone, which can suppress your body's natural production and potentially increase risks of certain health issues if abused, Sermorelin maintains the body's regulatory balance. If growth hormone levels rise too high, natural feedback mechanisms reduce pituitary stimulation. This built-in safeguard lowers the chance of overstimulation. That's why many experts consider Sermorelin a more responsible and sustainable option for those exploring peptides for longevity or wellness. Athletes and fitness enthusiasts often explore Sermorelin for its impact on recovery. When you train hard, your muscles and tissues need time to rebuild. Growth hormone plays a key role in this repair process. By enhancing recovery, Sermorelin may allow for more consistent training, better adaptation, and protection against overtraining. In sports where lean muscle mass and reduced fat are valuable, this can make a noticeable difference over time. Of course, its use in competitive sports should always be checked against anti-doping regulations, since growth hormone stimulation can be a flagged area. Beyond fitness, Sermorelin has sparked interest in cognitive and emotional health. Growth hormone and IGF-1 interact with brain function, neuroplasticity, and mood regulation. While research in this area is still growing, some individuals report sharper focus, better memory, and improved mood while on Sermorelin therapy. Since aging often brings declines in hormone signaling, Sermorelin's ability to reignite natural rhythms may offer broader wellness benefits than just physical recovery. It's also worth mentioning that Sermorelin is sometimes combined with other peptides for synergistic effects. Pairing Sermorelin with peptides like ipamorelin or CJC 1295 can enhance growth hormone release while maintaining balance. Some protocols use Sermorelin in rotation with other peptides to reduce injection fatigue and broaden results. The flexibility of peptide therapy allows for customized approaches, but this is an area where professional guidance is especially important to ensure safety. When considering Sermorelin, it's good to set realistic expectations. Results are typically gradual, showing up over weeks to months rather than days. Improvements in sleep and energy may appear earlier, while body composition changes and skin health take more time. Long-term consistency is usually key to success. Unlike stimulants or quick-fix drugs, peptides work by supporting natural processes, which requires patience and steady use. From a scientific perspective, Sermorelin highlights how peptides can bridge the gap between natural physiology and modern therapy. Instead of overwhelming the body with external hormones, it nudges the system to restore its own youthful patterns. This principle is why peptides are becoming such a fascinating field in both medicine and wellness communities. Sermorelin is just one example, but it illustrates how small sequences of amino acids can have profound effects on health when applied thoughtfully. As research evolves, we may see new applications for Sermorelin in age-related decline, metabolic health, or even neurological conditions. For now, it remains a well-established peptide with a reputation for safety and effectiveness in stimulating growth hormone naturally. Whether your goals are anti-aging, athletic, or general wellness, Sermorelin is an option worth learning about, with a balance of science, safety, and potential benefit. Disclaimer: this podcast is not medical advice. Peptides like Sermorelin should only be used under the care of a qualified healthcare provider. Individual responses vary, and safety must always come first. Thanks for listening, keep learning, and stay curious.